Alright, I'm going to go over how to create the featured slider. So I've already created the home page, and now we're going to create the featured slider. So the first thing we're going to do is create a slide. So let's go ahead and create a slide, and we'll call this one full width slide 1. And it's just like a normal portfolio post. It's under portfolio, and we add a new portfolio post. And we're going to add an image, and we'll drag an image in, and we'll set it as a featured image just like normal. So we click featured image, select it, and then this button will appear that we can select it, and it will appear down here. So the next step that we can do is we can add a category. So let's add a category. Let's call this category slider. And let's publish this post. So we've basically created a slide with a featured image, and we're posting it in the category slider. Alright, so the next step we're going to do is we're going to go to our home page, and what we need to do is tell our home page to pull in the slider posts. And that's under page options, under slider and portfolio category. What we're doing is we're just going to select that category, which is slider, and it's just saying for this home page template, pull in the slider category for the slider. So now when we go to the home page, it will have pulled in the slider posts. We only have one, so it's pretty simple. It pulls that one in. And you might be a little worried that this thumbnail doesn't resize. That's because if you only have one post pulled in, it won't resize the thumbnail, but as soon as we add a second one, it will resize that thumbnail. And if you want to just disable, if you want some additional options, you can go under theme options and slider. And the first one's actually to disable that thumbnail navigation. So I'm going to go and deselect that and save those. And then you can disable those thumbnail navigations if you want. I'm going to go ahead and turn those back on. And then in here you also have a couple other options such as autoplay. You can turn the slider up to slide instead of fade, and etc. Pretty simple stuff. So let's go back and let's create another slide. So we'll add another featured portfolio item. Let's call this one full width slide 2. So we're going to add it to the slider category again. We're going to add another photo. We're going to set it as a featured image. Select it and say set as featured image. Remember, it's key that it's a featured image. We're going to publish it, and then we'll refresh our page now. And so now we have an image, the two different images, and we basically have your full width slider. So it's pretty simple to create your featured slider. The next thing I want to go over is the options for your featured slider, and they're pretty cool. So the first thing to note is under additional slider options. We'll start at the bottom, I guess. And this is basically to disable the full width slider. So if you type true in, let's go and just type it in and I'll show you. It'll make more sense to show you. So you update this, and then I'll refresh it. And basically what it does is it makes it that slider with content. So content goes here, will start showing up right there. So it's really easy to have a full width slide and then a slide with content and the image. And they're not separate sliders, they're the same slider. You know, you can have them intertwined just like this. It's very easy. The next things to go over are a couple button options. So if you wanted to have an external link, you can also do that. So let's go ahead and add in google.com. So let's add in google.com, and then we can link up to google.com. So the next thing, you can also add a video. So if you notice that we have let's go ahead and find a video for us to add in. Let's go ahead and get some embed code. Just make sure you're pasting in just the iframe code right there. So we'll update it. And you've got yourself a video instead of an image. So there's all sorts of options for you for your slider, and I'm going to continue this video going over a couple additional options as well.